This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So let's start with the concept called object. What is object and why it is required? Why people are looking for object-oriented programming concepts now? Why everyone is using the programming language which is supporting object-oriented programming concept? The reason you will came to know today, but this is very important for Selenium. You will see that whole Selenium is based on that concept. Okay, if you understand what is object and all, you can easily work on the Selenium. Okay, so if we know what is object, what is constructor, how we can access different methods and all, we can easily figure it out. We can easily work on it, Selenium. Okay, so make sure you understand, you are aware of each and everything, whatever I am going to explain. If you have any doubt, you can stop me at any point of time and ask me. Okay, so first of all, let's see what is object basically. Okay, so for that, what I am going to do, this is our July weekday, right? Yeah. So hi Nidhi, good morning. I just started.
Yeah, good morning, Abhishek.
Yeah. So let's start with object now. So what I'm going to do, for example, let me create one package inside say Learn Java package. So see, if you want to create one package inside another package, what you have to do, you have to write the parent package name dot, then the child package name. Okay. For example, I am writing Java object. So parent package is Learn Java, right? This is the existing package. Dot Java object means Java object package is going to create under this. Here you might see in the same tree level, but actually if you go to that location, you can see Learn Java under the Java object. Inside that I am going to write all the classes, methods and all for Java object. So as I told you, package is nothing but which will help you to organize your things properly. That is the reason I just created one more package inside Java package. Okay. So let's see what is object and why it is useful. So I'm right clicking, new class. I'm creating a class. Yeah.
These while we were creating a class under the source, right?
Sorry.
These while we were creating a class under a source file, correct?
See, everything you can create under a source. You cannot create anything outside the source file.
Okay, so why there is a necessity for us to create one more package? I mean, like this.
You don't have to. It is definitely, your question is also right. It is not required. So you can directly create here, right?
Yeah.
But if you create here, I mean, everything is together, right? Java 1, Java 2. So I told you it's more organized. So if I create all the object related concept here, then maybe tomorrow when I'll, covering the inheritance, I'll create one more package called Java inheritance. So it is more organized way, right?
Okay.
As I told you, right? I am giving you, 100 songs. You put everything under D drive. Another person, create two folder. One is Hindi songs, one is English songs. He put it under different folders.
Okay, just organizing it.
Yes. Another guy, maybe he created two folder, Hindi song, English song. Under Hindi, maybe he created, with the movie name. Under English, he put it with the artist name. He created one more folder and he copy pasted accordingly. So those things are more organized, right?
Yeah, true.
So if tomorrow I want to see, okay, what are the things I have covered? It's difficult for me to, check what are the things. So by folder name, I can figure it out, okay, object I have covered, inheritance I have covered, these things I have covered. Okay, basically nothing but it more organized way. And when you will be doing the framework, you will see the actual use of package. I mean, it will help you a lot to maintain your framework if everything's are in different proper places.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah,
So
thank you.
Anyway, so let me create a class. What class should I create? Okay, for example, okay, We are creating a class. Think about it. This training, because of for this training is going on Selenium Java. So we are creating a class for this training. Okay. So yeah. So this is the class. Here there is a main method. I told you what is the use of main method, why main method is void. Okay. Now in this class, in this main method, I am declaring some variable. So I am declaring static, say name of name of the student. Sorry, static string name of a student. Okay, in this training, let me declare one more variable called integer age of the student. So what I did, I created two variables. Here I use the keyword static. Here I am not using the keyword static. That means it's a non-static variable or the instance variable. Okay, so both are global variable, as I told you guys in our previous class. So first one is nothing but a static variable. Second one is nothing but a non-static variable, or you can say instance variable. So don't worry, you will come to know in 10-15 minutes what is static, what is non-static. Let me create one method. Public void, let me type public static void public static void, say what method I can write, say address maybe. I have created a one method called address. Another method I am creating public void organization name. Okay, which organization you are working? What's the address? I mean, what is your address? What I did, I created one method which is static method. I created one more method which is a non-static method. Same here. So I have one static variable, I have one non-static variable. I have one static method, I have one non-static method. Okay, so two method I created, one static, one non-static. Two variable I have created, one static variable, one is non-static variable. Now let me access those. I am writing name equal to some name. I am creating age equal to say some age. So what is happening? I am getting an error message here in the age. What it is saying, cannot make a static reference to a non-static field age. Means not able to access age. You can access only name. Let me copy and paste it here. Same error. Let me copy and paste it here. There is no error. So from here, I tell you a static method. These are a static method, right? Main is a static method. Address is a static method. But name is a non-static method. So can I tell a static method can access only static variable? A
Yes.
static method can access only static variable. Because main is a static method, he can access only the static variable name. He cannot access non-static. This is a static method, he can access only the static variable. He cannot access age. But a non-static method can access both static and non-static. Correct?
Yes.
Right? From here, same way, let me use the address. Organization. Can you see an error message here?
Abhishek, there is no sound coming.
Abhishek, we cannot hear you.
Hello, can you guys hear me now? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Abhishek.
Okay. So, what I was saying, from here, can we say a static method can access only static method or static variable? But a non-static method can access both static variable, non-static variable, static method, non-static method, everything. There is no rule with the non-static method. But a static method can access only the static variable and static method, right? So that's why I'm getting an error in age and organization name, because age and org name is a non-static method. But address is a static. So static cannot access age, static cannot access organization name. If I remove the keyword static, see, I'm not getting any error message here, because now it's became a non-static method and he can access everything. Clear till now? So whatever the statement I made, is it correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, how to access the non-static inside a static method? Now we know there is no issue with static. Static method we can access anywhere. We can access it inside a static method also. We can access it inside a non-static method also. Correct? Because static can access only static and non-static can access static as well as non-static. There is no problem with the static. Our main problem with the non-static. Now you can tell, okay, Abhishek, then let's declare everything as a static. That also we can't do. I'll tell you. Be with me, you will get to know. For example, let me think about this scenario. I'm not declaring anything as a static because there is no issue with the static. Our issue is the non-static. So what I'm doing, I'm declaring one variable called name, non-static variable or instance variable, one called age, and one called course, name of the course. Now, my challenge is how to access those non-static things inside a static. I can access those things, inside address, inside org, but I can't access those things inside main because main is a static method. How to access it? To access any non-static stuff inside a static method, we create the object. The object concept came into the picture to access any non-static stuff inside a static method. So what is object and how to create an object? So object, if I ask you what is object, most of you can answer object is a reference of a class. But what it is exactly? What is happening? Let's see. Let's create an object. So when you create an object, you have to use the keyword new in small letter. And you can create an object of any class, nothing else. Okay? You are allowed to create the object of any class. So what is my class name? My class name is training. I can create the object of the class new training. This is the object of the class. You can create any number of objects you want. There is no limitation. Okay? You can create any number of objects of any class. So what is happening when you create an object of any class? What's going on here? When you create the object of any class, the object gets created like this in the memory. Not like this, don't think there is any circle or anything. It's just for our understanding. So 3 objects gets created inside a memory. And what is there inside those objects? Inside those objects, all the non-static things will be there inside those objects. What are the non-static things? Name, age, course, address, organization name. Everything will be there. Inside the object, we will have name, age, course, then address method, and what is the other one? Organization name. So all these methods are going to be there inside the object. Okay. Same way in this object also all this method will come. In this object also all this method will come. Method and variables. Okay. So as soon as you create the object, all the non-static stuff will be sitting inside that object. Okay. From here, all the non-static stuff. So I have created object of the training class. It will go and check in the training class. What are the non-static things are there? Everything will come inside the object. Okay, you can see it. Now, how to identify this object? How to identify this object, this object, this object? You need some reference to identify, right? Each and every object separately. So let's create some reference now. For example, let me identify these as some object. Any reference name you can give. For example, I am creating a training class. So, I am giving you name only. Okay. So maybe, this is the object for, so I have to create 3 objects. Okay. I'm creating a training class for this. Maybe I am creating an object by your name only. Okay. So for example, this object name is Ankit. This is say Riddhi, and this is Satish. Okay. So your name I have created 3 objects. Now let's do it. Now how to write it in your program? You can write your class name first, then the object name. Okay. Maybe ANK, which is Ankit. maybe Riddhi and Satish maybe. So this is the three object reference I have created. So NKRID and SAT, these are nothing but called the reference of an object, remember. So don't say that NK is an object, or write a single word also you can write. Okay, A is an object, R is an object, S is an object. Don't tell all these things, because object is this part, new training. These are nothing but the reference of an object. They're called the reference. You can declare anything, any variable you can declare as a reference. A, R and S are called the reference of an object. So you have created a three object reference. Okay, got it? What is object? As soon as you create an object, all the non-static stuff will come and fit inside that object. Now you have to create the reference of an object to identify each and every object. Okay, so this I wrote A, this I wrote R, and this I wrote S. Okay, now using this object reference, I can access all the method. So I'm writing A dot, can you see name? I can access. Earlier I was getting some error message. Now I can access a non-static variable inside a static method. Ankita I am writing. A dot age, see I am writing for example 30. A dot course, say I am writing for example Java. Got it? Not only that, I can access the methods also. A dot address, a dot organization name. Can you see I can access now? Okay, earlier I was getting an error message. Same way, I can create with the help of R also. R dot name, say Riddhi. Then R dot age, maybe say 27 or 8. Then R dot course, Java. Correct? Not only that, I can write R dot address, R dot organization name. Something like this I can declare. Okay, so these are the advantages of object. Now think about it. You have the requirement. Okay, Abhishek, you please create a class for me, training class. And okay, first let me run and say. Okay, got it. So inside that, maybe let me print something. Okay, I can write, for example, student name this. So I'm printing name, class age is student name, say age, class age plus what I can put here, anything like address is Bangalore. I'm just hard coding. Address is Bangalore. So I'm just printing student name. It is going to print the name. Age is this, and address is Bangalore. Okay, I'm just printing something. Student name is this, age is this, and organization is say something IBM. Okay, so I'm just printing the name and age. So let me run it. Just same way you can create, for S also, s dot name, s dot age, s dot course, s dot address, s dot organization. You can create any number of object and you can create the reference of each and every object and you can write it. So if I run it, see the output. What is the output? Student name Ankit, age 30, address is Bangalore. Student name Ankit, age 30, organization is IBM. Student's name Riddhi, age 27, address is Bangalore. Riddhi 27, organization is IBM. So can you see here, when I'm calling the method age and address and organization name, I'm calling the method, but when I'm calling with the help of a.address, he is taking the name and age variable from a.age and a.name. Same way when I'm calling r.address and r.organization name, this name and age variable he is taking whatever I have assigned with r.name and r.age. That means whenever I am calling the method from here, okay, address and organization name, it will take all the variable from here only, object A only. Same here for R also, it is going to take all the variable from here. If I do the same thing with S also, it will take all the variable name from here only. So S cannot access anything from R or A. Same way this object also cannot access anything from this guy. Even this guy is also cannot access. Same way S also cannot access anything from R. R also cannot access anything from S. So one object cannot access the variable declared by other object. It's completely different. Can you think some kind of virtualization is going on? Can I imagine virtually there are 3 classes? So actually there is 1 class. But virtually we can think of there are 3 classes. Correct? Now think about it. You 3 students, you 4 are there. So what you guys are telling me today? Ankit came and asked me, Abhishek, can you please create a class for me training where I have to enter my name, my age, my salary, my course, which course I am attending, and lot of stuff. Same Dinesh also came, he also asked me the same thing. Riddhi also asked me the same thing, and even Satish also came and asked me the same thing. So I thought, okay, all of your requirements are same. Now, why should I create 4 classes for 4 of you? Instead of creating 4 classes, what I did, I created only 1 class. And I created 4 objects for 4 of you. Okay, I created 4 objects for 4 of you. Ankit, Riddhi, Satish and Dinesh, ARSB. And I told you, okay, Ankit, your object reference name is A. You can use it, you can assign the value, you can play around with it. Same way I told Riddhi also, you can use A, R, and the other guy you can use S and T. Now, all of you are thinking that I have created this class only for you, right? And you will not complain also. Because whatever the value you want, you can assign. Name, age, course, it's not affecting others. Right? Whatever the value Ankit want, he can assign the value. It's not affecting R, S or D. Whatever the value R want, he or she can assign any values. Like Riddhi, his age, her age, her course name, address and all. It's not affecting others. Same way, whatever the value S also want, he can assign. Whatever the value D also want, he can assign. So one object cannot access the value of another object. So everyone is thinking like, Abhishek created this class only for me. because I am assigning anything and no one is complaining. So that's the best thing about object. Instead of creating multiple classes, you can just create a one class and create the object reference of class, and you can assign whatever the value you want, and other object cannot access it. So no one is going to complain about it. This is what is object. Clear? Any question here?
Abhishek, I have a question here.
Yeah.
Uh, this training is a class name, right? So this is a standard way of creating an object. This should always be a class name.
Yes,
And
always.
okay,
Always. There is no other way.
okay,
Okay.
that's
So whatever the class we have created, you can create the object of any class. Till now, whatever the class we have created. Basic, if I want to create the object of basic class, what I should do? Basic 4, create some object reference, say before equal to new basic 4. That's the object of the basic class. Object always should be the same as the class name, even the small capital letter, everything you have to take care. You can create the object of each and every class, whatever you have created till now. Okay?
okay. Got it. Thank you.
Any more question? Okay. So just now imagine, for example, I wanted to think about think about one organization, say Infosys only. Okay. So they have to they have to maintain the data of an employee. Maybe 20,000 employees are there in Infosys. What are the things they need to enter? They need to enter the name, they need to enter the age, they need to enter the salary of an employee, they need to enter the employee is permanent or not, yes, no, some boolean value. They have to enter the address of an employee, then they have to enter the ratings of an employee, ratings of an employee, how much they are performing, and there might be a lot of parameters. Who is the manager of an employee? Who is the HR manager of an employee? And a lot of things. What are the skills? So many variables. So instead of creating 20,000 class for the same thing, what they can do? They can just create only one class where they are going to enter all this information. All these variables they are going to declare. They will create 20,000 object of that employee, and they will create one object reference. There will be a lot of parameter, right? Employee ID, which project he is working on. Instead of that, he is going to create only one class with all the parameter whatever is required, and they will say that create the object reference, because tomorrow if some new employee joins, again they don't need to create one more class. Class is already there. They will just create a new object of that employee, and he will assign all the values. Right? That's the advantages of using object. So virtually you can imagine there are 20,000 plus, but actually there is only one class. But virtually some kind of virtualization is going on. Virtually, can you think there are 4 classes or 3 classes? Because everything is working as a separate entity. This guy cannot access anything from this guy. This guy cannot access anything from this guy. This guy cannot access anything from this guy. So everyone is happy. Every employee or all of you are thinking that, okay, this is the class Abhishek created for me. I can easily utilize it. So that's the advantages of object. That's the reason everywhere I mean, if you develop some language which is not supporting object-oriented programming concept, it's not going to be useful. No one is going to be, use it in the industry. That's the reason everywhere people are saying object-oriented programming. Clear? Object. Now, see. Let me, okay, you can print the values also. So let me just print, I will tell you. I'm just printing only, one or two values. I'm just printing say a dot quotes. And what is that? R dot quotes. I'm running it, you can print the other things also. It's printing the quotes. Now, what I'm going to do, let me put it here. Let me put it here, R dot quotes. I'm telling you why I'm putting. I'm running it, I'm getting the output as usual. Instead of just declaring here, I declared here together. Now, see, course name is here. What is the course name? Java for Ankit. For Riddhi also it's Ankit. For Satish also it's Ankit. Even for Dinesh also the course name is, Java. For Ankit also it's Java. Riddhi also it's Java. Satish also it's Java. Even the Dinesh for you. For all of four of you, the course name is Java. Because I am teaching you Java. You have to attend the Java course. Same if I consider this, for all the Infosys 20 employee, the organization name is Infosys. Right? So if the course name is Java, why should I write it in multiple again and again, same thing? Why should I waste more memory? If you need to use some value, say 100, do you need to declare x equal to 100, integer x equal to 100, integer y equal to 100, integer z equal to 100, integer p equal to 100, q equal to 100? No, right? You can declare only one variable. Why you should waste lot of memories? You can use integer x equal to 100 and everywhere you can use x. Why you declare the same thing again and again? Integer x equal to 100, y equal to 100, z equal to 100. Instead of that, you can declare only one variable. So same thing, since course name is same across all the objects, object reference or across all the objects, why should I declare again and again inside each and every object? You can declare no issues, but this is a very bad programming logic, right? What's the point of declaring it again and again? Instead of doing it, what I'll do, I'll just delete it from inside each and every object. If there are 10 objects, I'll delete it from all the 10 objects. Instead of that, I'll be putting in a common memory location. Okay, I'll put in a common memory location. I'll write course Java. Correct? It makes sense. Instead of writing again and again same thing. So to do it, what I'm going to do, I'll go back here and I'll declare it as a static. Because as soon as you declare anything as a static, it is going to come out of the object. As I told you, object inside the object, all the non-static things will be there. So name, age, address, course, name. But as soon as I declare a course as a static, it will come out of the object and it will be lying in the common memory. So that's the reason I have declared it as a static, because course is common across all. So now clear what is static and what is non-static? Static variable, instance variable. So if something is common across all the object, we should declare it as a static. Clear? Now if you see, if I scroll down, if you see, as soon as I declare, course as a static, can you say I'm getting some warning message here? What it is saying? The static field training.course should be accessed in a static way. Same thing. That means he's saying course is a static variable. Why are you accessing with the help of object reference? A, R, these are the object reference, right? Saying why are you accessing with the help of object reference? It should be accessed in a static way. But it's a warning, not an error. See, if I save and run my program, I'm getting the output as it is, no issues. He's just saying warning message. So he's saying, boss, this is a static variable. Access it in a static way. Static way means how? Static way means you can access directly, or you can access with the help of a class name. See here, first and second case, I am not getting any error message. Got it? I'm just printing the value. I am not getting any warning message. If I run it, I am getting the output correctly. No issues. Only thing is I am not getting any warning message. But when I use a.course, r.course, or s.course, I am getting a warning message. It's not allowing me to access it. I mean, sorry, it's just giving me a warning. It's not stopping me to access it, but he's giving a warning message. It's saying static reference should be accessed in the static way. Normally, with the help of object reference, we access the non-static stuff. So don't access any static thing in the static way. If I access it, what is the issue? What's the problem? Why is the problem? What is the problem? Where is the issue? If I run it, I'm getting output fine for all the five. So there is right now no problem, but he is saying us you should be very careful, because think about it. You all four are attending Java courses. What Satish is doing, he is attending Java course, plus maybe somewhere outside he is learning, say, C++ also. Okay, he is learning C++ also. So what Satish did, he updated his course name, Java and C++. But what our actual course, what we are going through? Java. For Ankit, it's Java. For Riddhi, it's Java. For even if you print Dinesh also it's Java. But only Satish, he is learning somewhere C++. So he has updated Java plus C++. But for all of us, the course is Java. If I run the program, can you see for everyone it's Java and C++? So that's the problem. So what is happening here? When I declare anything as a static, it's not inside any object now, right? It is now in the common memory, course equal to Java. So everyone is accessing from here only. Ankit is also accessing this. Satish is also accessing this. Dinesh is also accessing this. Riddhi is also accessing this, or maybe some other objects also. If there are 100 objects, everyone is accessing this. So it is a common memory, single memory. So if any one of the reference change its value, Okay, if any of the reference change its value and he put C++, it's going to affect everyone, right? It's a common memory. So that's the problem. That's the reason they are giving warning message. They are saying you are accessing a static field in a non-static way, that is fine. I am not stopping you. I'm just giving you warning message. I'm telling that you should be very careful. You should be very much aware of the concept. Because if any one of the reference changes its value, it's going to affect everyone. It's going to affect all of you. You should be very careful while using, you should be very careful while accessing a static thing in the non-static way. You should not access it. Anyone by mistake change, you will change it by mistake for any of the object reference, it's going to affect everyone. So after line number 27, wherever you use the course, it will be Java and C++. But before line number 27 or anywhere if you use and if you run it, it will be Java. See, as soon as this guy changes its Java and C++, it's going to be a mess. Or at some point, Riddhi thought that okay, I'll attend Java and SQL also. She also changes the value. So after line number 31, it will be all Java and SQL. After line number 37, it will be all Java and C++. Can you see? So it's messed up the things now. And you will debug and all, and you will spend your time why it is like this and all. Why s.course is giving something else while r.course is giving something else. So things got messed up. That's the reason he is giving warning message. He is saying, boss, if the values are different for different object, no point of declaring it as a static. If you don't declare it as a static, so you can see you will get an error message. It's not going to allow you to access directly. So if you think the values are same, then only you declare static. If some values are common across all the object, but you should not access it in this way. If by mistake, without knowing it properly, if you change it for any reference, it's going to change it for everyone. So that's the reason he is giving warning message. So once we are done with the Java, then in the class level I can change, because I know now I am going to start with WebDriver and it's common for all WebDriver. Then what I'll do, I'll write maybe course equal to WebDriver or training.course equal to WebDriver. So it's going to change for everyone. Got it? Why the warning messages? So from here, can I say if a common memory location is accessed via multiple references, if a common memory location is accessed via multiple references, if only one of the reference changes its value, it's going to affect everyone. What I can say, if a common memory location, it's a common memory location, is accessed via multiple references. These are all different references. If a common memory location is accessed by multiple references, if any one of the reference, any one out of this, change the value of this, it is going to affect everyone, all the references. So any static thing you should not access with the help of object reference. You should access with the class name, or you can access it directly, course equal to. This is what is static, and this is what is object, and this is what is different. Clear? What is object, what is static, what is non-static? Now any question? Clear for all of you? Make sure you are, you are getting what I'm saying. each and every part here. Your complete Selenium is based on this concept object. I'll show you the Selenium class. Okay. So it's not like you can create an object of some class from same class only. You can create the object of your class from another class also. Like let me create one more class. This class is training, right? The TR1, some another class I am creating. You can create the object of training class from here also, in any other class. Here also I can write training T1 equal to new training. Can you see? I can create an object of training class from this class also. I can write T1 dot, can you see I can access everything? Name equal to say Dinesh. T1 dot age equal to 30, for example. T1 dot course. See, when I type course, can you see on small letter S here? Red color, that means it's the static thing. Again, he is giving warning message. Please don't access it like this. So how to access it? Directly. But here you can't access it directly, because it's in different class. It will give you an error message. You can access it only with the help of class name. Training dot course. Okay, because it's coming from different class. The same class you can access, you know it. But when you access it from different class, you have to write class name dot variable name if it is static. But non-static and all, you can't access with the help of class name. You have to create the object of that class. Okay. T1 dot maybe address. T1 dot what is that? Organization. See, I can access everything from here. Here if I run it, see I'm getting the output. Student name Dinesh, age 30, address this. So you can create an object of any class from another. And basically you have to call it from another class only. The same class we don't access it, but here I just show you. Clear? Question? That's it what is object, that's it what is static, that's it what is non-static.
Abhishek, sorry. So in
Yeah.
case if that course is not static, so we'll be calling it as t1.course equal to Java, right?
Okay, see, name is a non-static, right?
Yeah.
Training dot, can you see I am not able to access non-static. I can access course and main, because main is also a static method, right?
Mm-hmm.
And course is a static method. You cannot access it only.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Abhishek,
Tell me.
like what is the concept behind like we can call classes from another classes? Like we have created a new class, right? And from that we are calling another class that is stored somewhere. How this works?
See, the thing is, whatever the functionality you have, you will put it inside one class. Okay. Now, to access those methods, just think about this example. You are creating a employee data. You are creating a class of an employee. So it doesn't make sense to create 20,000 class. It's better to create one class. Correct?
Yeah.
So you will create one class. Here you are going to enter all the data. Now, for different employee, okay, whenever you need to access it from anywhere, maybe your payroll department need to access the employee data. So payroll department will have one class. So what? Say for example, this class name is employee. So payroll department may not need all the values. They may need employee ID, employee salary, and permanent or not. So they will create one class called payroll. Inside that, they will create an object of an employee class. And with the help of say employee one, they will access employee one.id equal to this, employee one.name equal to this, employee one.salary equal to this, employee one.permanent equal to yes. Okay. Now, for example, travel department, they don't need to know your address and all. They only need to know your ID, which project you are in, what's your name and age, and what's your address. So they will have one class called say travel. There also, if they want to access, they will create an object of employee class. Say for employee, they want to create, so they create employee E100 equal to new employee. Now E100 dot name, age, and okay. So it's like basically you need some method. You will be creating all the method and you will be putting that. Whoever need to use that method, they will be creating the object of that class and they will be accessing it. Okay, think about a mobile company. There are lots of mobile company. What you are going to do? You have to create a class called mobile. Inside that you have to enter all the values. Model equal to this, maybe screen size equal to this, then internal memory equal to this, external memory equal to this, and then what is the dual SIM, yes or no, then camera size, front camera, back camera, a lot of parameter you need to enter. You created a class, you entered all the values and you put everything. Now for different mobile company they will be using their own class. In that class, so base class is same, right? You don't have to change every time. Whoever wants to access it, they will be creating the object of this class and they will assign the value and they will use it. Okay, that's how we do it. Or in this example, maybe all of your requirement is same. I created a training class. So I'll not be doing all these things inside this class. Okay, I don't need main method here. I'll comment it out. The whole thing I commented it out. See. So actually, since your requirement is like this, I'll be doing like this. I'll say, Ankit, I have created a class. Here the three variable. Name and age is non-static and course is static, and there are two values, address and organization. Now you use it. Now Ankit will create one class and he will create the object of this. He will assign whatever the values you want. Same Riddhi, you will create one more class. You will assign all the values. Otherwise, where you are going to write it? I cannot come and write it every time for all of you here. So I'll just give you the information. This is my class name. This is the variable. This is the method. Now you create your own class and you assign the value, whatever you want you do. No one is going to stop you. Same Ankit will do, Dinesh will do, Satish will do. Everyone will be creating their own class and they will be assigning the value, whatever they want. Got it? Is that your question?
Yeah, got it. Yes. Like a public class can be accessed from any of the new classes that we
any
define,
of the new
right?
classes within your project. But remember, outside your project, nothing is accessible. Two project means two different world.
Because what I thought is like We created two files, right? Different files. So how it was possible? Got it.
Okay. So same thing I did now. I created one more class, and from here I have created the object, and Dinesh, what he did, he added his information. And when he run, he is getting the. So if you are aware of this part, whatever I told about the object, that is more than enough. You can easily work on, Selenium WebDriver.
So just a common comparison. Can we just think like that? Whatever this public class we have made, it acts as a functional library, like because functional library will be called
Yeah,
by
you
so
can
many programs.
compare like this. This is one library.
Okay.
I am putting
Yeah.
all the method whatever is required.
And then we can call it from anywhere from the program.
Yeah, we can create a say one class, or we will be entering all the required methods, say login, logout, title of the page, take screenshot. These are the common method across all your test cases, right?
Got it.
So I'll tell whatever the test cases you need, you create an object of that class, call that method. That's it. You don't have to write the same thing again and again. That will be doing it in the projects and all you will see. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about little bit in detail. Okay. This is just for your more understanding. That might not be required in Selenium, but still you need to know. Let me create an object training class X, Y, Z. Three object I have. Okay. What I'm trying to do, X dot say name. X dot name equal to say A. Y dot name equal to say B. Z dot name equal to say C. Alright. C. Correct. I am printing X dot name. I am printing Y dot name and Z dot name. Here what I did, I am just assigning the value and printing it. It's printing ABC. Clear? Now, here is the thing. What I am trying to do, I am writing X equal to Y, Y equal to Z, Z equal to X. Then I am trying to print it again. Now tell me what will be the output. What will be the output? What do you think?
We are changing the values between X, Y, and Z.
Okay. So what will be the output? X dot name.
So X dot name will be BBBB, Y dot name will be C, and Z dot name will be A.
Okay. So let's try to understand what is happening. So first I told XYZ is not an object. It's the reference of an object. It's just referring the object, nothing else. Correct? So it's just referring the object. So when I'm write X equal to Y, what is happening? So here, okay, let me declare create it. So there are three objects right now. Here is one object, here is one object, and here is one object. So here I am writing AAA, here BBB, and here CCC. So when I'm pointing it here, it is X, it is Y, and this is Z. And I am getting the output ABC in the first case. When I write X equal to Y, what is happening? The reference of X will be removed from here. And it will start pointing here, X. So X dot name is BBB. When I write Y equal to Z, reference of Y will be removed from here. It will say Z is pointing here. So Y will start pointing here. So Y dot name will be CCC. But here is the dicey thing. When I write Z equal to X next, reference of Z will be removed from here. And it will see where X is pointing. Currently X is pointing here, not here. So Z will start point here. So here the output will be BBB.
B. Okay.
Because in line number 22, I have already moved the reference of X. So when Z is pointing to X, he will check where the X is. And now X is pointing here. So Z will start pointing here. So the output will be BCB. So when I run, the output is BCB in the second case, not BCA. Clear? So what is happening to the first object? Can you point it back to this object anyhow? There is no way you can point any reference to this object. There is no way. You can say, okay, I'll create, say training P equal to new training, then P dot name equal to AAA. Definitely you can do it, but if you create a new object, it will be a new object, not this one. There is no way you can point it back to this object. There is no way you can point it back to this object. Okay, since you cannot point it back to this object, what normally we used to do we do it in C and C++ or in any other language, we create something called destructor to destroy this object. In Java there is nothing called destructor. Java is smart enough, he can handle his own. He can figure out that okay, this object this guy is not using, and he removed all the references. There is no point, there is no way he can refer back to this object. So he's simply wasting a memory. So in C++, programmer need to think and he need to create something called destructor. And here these guys can figure it out. Java itself, Java compiler itself. He cannot use it anyhow. So Java compiler only can destroy this object. You don't have to create a destructor in Java. Okay, there is no concept called destructor in Java. So Java compiler only destroy this object with the help of a mechanism called garbage collection. Okay, so Java is having garbage collection mechanism. It is inbuilt mechanism in Java compiler. Java itself can destroy the object with the help of this mechanism called garbage collection. You don't need to destroy it. You don't have to create a destructor. Java is smart enough to do it. So this mechanism is known as garbage collection. With the help of garbage collection, as soon as he figured out there is some object simply lying in the memory, there is no way a user can point it back and access the values from here, because you have removed the reference from here. There is no way you can point it back now. Java compiler will destroy it. JVM is going to destroy it with the help of a mechanism called garbage collection. Okay, so that's why you must have heard about some jokes. Sometimes people are saying ki always be like Java. That means what? That means that Java is collecting his own garbage. He is not waiting for anyone to come and clean. He clean up his own garbage. So always be like Java, not like C++. In other programming language, you have to create a destructor and you have to destroy the object. Otherwise, it will occupy the memory. But in case of Java, you don't have to. He is going to take care. Okay. So this is what is garbage collection. Clear?
Yes, Abhishek.
Okay. So that's what the garbage collection. So what else here in object? I told you about the object. I told you about garbage collection and all this stuff. Yeah. Now, in the next, we are going to talk about constructors. Okay. So do you guys want me to continue constructor today or you want to practice and continue it next? Anyway, we cannot finish it also within 10-15 minutes. We need some time. So do one thing, let's start the constructor in the next class. Okay.
Yes.
So make sure you practice it. So I'll tell you what are the things you need to do. So what I'm going to do, same concept. So you create a class called mobile class. There you declare some variable, model, then price, and then maybe type. Okay. So some model you enter. You create a different object reference. You create two variable also. Maybe call from a mobile and maybe SMS. Inside that you type those values. Say calling from model this and whose price is this. Calling from model or sending SMS from model and price is this. Here you assign. Now you create different objects. Three objects you create, maybe M1, M2, M3. You assign different values, call those methods, and you can see it will print accordingly. When you call with M1.call, it is going to print the values of model and price. When you write M2 dot SMS, it is going to print the value for M2 dot model and M2 dot price. All these things you do. Now, nowadays all the mobile is smartphone. So this is common smartphone. So what you can do, you can declare type as a static, right? You can just declare it static. Then you will see that you will get an warning message wherever you are using m1.model, m2.model, m1.type, m2.type, m3.type. Okay, so in that case, after that you can access it directly type, or you can access with the help of class name also, mobile.type. Okay, so you try it out basically all these things. Then you create one more class, say mobile one. From there you create the object of mobile class and do all these things. Okay, whatever I did. Then maybe what you can do, you can try out this scenario also, garbage collection. You assign some values, to that. Okay, print it. Then you change the, write like this, m1 equal to m2, m2 equal to m3, m3 equal to m1. And again you print it and see what is the output. Okay, so you tried out all these things. So if you can try all these things, the things will be clear and you can easily figure it out what is happening and now. Okay, so what I am going to do, copy, and I'll be sharing the whole thing, whole Java folder with you today. Okay, but I request you don't open my program and write it. First write it your own. That is required. Otherwise it is not going to help. Most of the people, they just directly import my project into their Eclipse and they run it and they are fine. But this is not going to help, I am telling you. Later you can't manage otherwise if you don't do it right now. Okay, later we'll be talking about a lot of stuff. See Java. So I'm adding you. Can view only means you can download also. You will get a link in your Gmail. You can download all the codes. Okay, so I have shared everything. So in this folder, you will get basic Java. Here you will get all the concept whatever we discussed till now. Then see, this is the object concept. Okay, see there is a a constructor concept also will be there. I use the same thing with the help of bird class. Okay, with the help of mobile class. All these examples are there. But later you can see the inheritance concept. We'll talk about it. Okay, interface concepts, inheritance concept, all these things are there. Abstract class, access specifier. We'll talk about all these things slowly. Collection APIs and everything is there. Okay, so make sure you download this folder. Within this week, because every week I have to remove it. Otherwise, there will be a lot of IDs. It's difficult for me to manage. Okay, so download within this week. It will be there for 7-8 days. No worries. Within that, you download each and every file. And practice these things. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the next class, because this is very important. Whole whatever is based on this concept. Okay, anything else now? Else that's it from my end. Let me stop the recording.